Welcome to Yoga for Flexibility. Come on up to your feet. Now I'm going to be turning to my side occasionally just to show you, but just try and stay in one position if you can. Feet nice and close together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, just let the arms come down. And again, we lift. Exhale down. Nice and smooth. Reach up as high as you can. One more, and then just leave the hands up in the air and just try and reach up to the ceiling. Left arm first, and then back and switch with the right. So really try and reach up nice and tall towards the ceiling. Fingertips pulling up away from you. One more on each side. Arms down, roll your shoulders back, set, and we're going to go again. Inhale up. This time as you exhale, fold forward to about halfway, so your back is nice and flat, a little softness in the knees. Inhale, come up just a little bit. Exhale, come all the way down. Take the feet slightly apart if you need to. You have a couple of options here. You can take the hands behind the ankles and pull yourself down a little bit more, or you can just hold where you were. Hold here for a few seconds. And place the hands just above the knees. Inhale, lift. And come all the way up. And exhale down. We're going to do that one more time. Lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Nice flat back. Don't come all the way down yet. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, come all the way down. This time, just take hold of your elbows. And just let your upper body hang down. You should really feel the pull on the back of these thighs. So just let that upper body hang. Add a little bit of sideways movements with the elbows. Just find a nice comfortable position. And we're going to stay there just for a few seconds. Okay, relax, bend the knees, slightly lift. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Roll those shoulders back one more time. Just as far back over your left shoulder as you can. And then into the centre and the same with the right. Open up that spine just a tiny bit. Do one more on each side. Back to the centre. Same again, inhale up. Exhale down. Halfway up. All the way down and grab those elbows one more time. Just relax into the stretch. Bend the knees slightly, lift. Exhale down. And now we're going to double the width, or maybe even further, of our feet. So nice and wide. Same kind of thing, we're going to lift up with the arms. This time keeping your arms level with your ears. Just fold forward, so you're now at a 90-degree position. So from the side with the feet nice and wide, you're like this, reaching forwards. Imagine someone's pulling your fingertips away from you, and you're pulling your bum backwards. Nice flat back, you'll feel the stretch through here, maybe into the back, possibly into the armpits and through the shoulders. Keep holding that just for a few more seconds, and then from there, just take them down. Now, you can rest the hands on the shins, or if you feel comfortable, come on down, or if you still want a little bit more, just take the feet an inch or two wider, come down just that little bit further. Place the hands either on the floor, or right to your feet, your choice. Just relax one more time. Bend the knees slightly. Inhale, come up. Exhale, just give the legs a little shake. Now what I want you to do is turn your toes inward. So your feet are still wide, but your toes are just turned in ever so slightly. And we're going to do the same thing. Inhale up. Exhale, just fold forward. And you're going to feel that pull in a slightly different place. Maybe towards the outside of the hamstrings, possibly down into the calf muscles a little bit more. Again, we just relax, stay here for a few seconds. Again, lift. Arms down by your side. Bring your feet in, just give it a little rest, a little shake. We're going to take them back out one more time. This time, keeping the toes facing forward, we're going to fold down and we're going to come across to one side. So inhale up, exhale, fold forward, nice and controlled, hands on the hips if you wish. And then we're going to come across to one side. So place your hands down towards the floor, just walk them across to one leg and pull yourself in. So you're going to increase this stretch all the way down the back of the thigh on the leg that you're reaching towards. You'll probably feel it through the lat muscles, maybe the obliques on the opposite side. And then just walk those hands across to the opposite side. Other leg, same thing. Bring yourself in. Pull yourself in as much as you feel comfortable. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring it back to the centre. Place the hands on the hips, bend the knees slightly and just lift. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time from here, turn so you can see. Just grip your fingers together and push down. Lift your chin up to the ceiling and reach down towards the floor. So you really open up the chest and shoulders and get a little arch into the back. Comfortable position with the arms and legs, and then we're just going to take it again just slightly wider than hips to begin. Place the hands down towards the knees, come on down as low as you can. Now if you can come all the way down so your hamstring touches your calf muscle, brilliant. If not, sit a little bit higher, fingertips on the floor. We're just trying to open up these hips, ankles and knees. If that's okay and you can keep your feet nice and flat, bring the hands together and you can increase the mobility in those hips by pushing your knees outwards and bringing the hands down to the center. Just going to hold this for a good few seconds. Sit nice and deep into that squat. Try and lift through the chest. Pull the shoulders right back. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but a little bit wider this time. So take those feet nice and wide. Only come down so your legs are around about 90 degrees. This is your start position. Hold here if you need to, or again, place the elbows on the inside, and you can just push them out a little bit with a little bit of force from the upper body. So you'll probably get this stretch right through the inner thigh, right into the groin. Feet in. Relax. We're going to come on down to our knees. So just bring your fingertips down to the floor. Knees here. Try and place your feet out flat, like so. And just sit back over the heels. Now for some of you, that may be enough. Placing your bum on top of the heels, that's fine. If you want to increase the intensity just a little bit, cross your arms across your chest, and just ever so slightly lean back. So you'll feel a bit more of a pull on the front of these thighs. Now, if you're feeling comfortable, you can come even further back, or lie yourself all the way down. Whichever's more comfortable for you, take whichever option is best. Make sure you can safely get out of the stretch. And slowly bring yourself forward. Take the feet slightly further apart, and then just sit the bum down. Reach the arms out, come into the child's pose. Here, try and relax the bum down as much as you can and drop the chest down to the floor whilst reaching away from the body with the fingertips. Bring it in. We're going to come up to the hands and knees. So still on the side so you can see. Knees directly underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. What we're going to do is arch our back into the cat and cow stretch. So we're going to come all the way up, pulling all the way up through that spine. And slowly dropping down and lifting the chin to get a nice big arch. We're going to do that a few times. So we're going to come up and down 5 times in total, nice and controlled. And slowly lower back down. Breathe out as you lower, and breathe in as you arch the back upwards. So we come up into the cat stretch and we breathe in. And then we exhale as we lower down into the cow. Lift again up. To go. Lift all the way up. And down. And then once we finish that one, we're going to sit back one more time into that child's pose. Just relax here for a good few seconds. Try and sink as low as you possibly can. Head down towards the floor. Push the chest down. Reach through the fingertips away from the body. Then we're going to come back up to those hands and knees. Now some of you may not feel this massively, some of you will, but this is a good one for stretching off your shoulders and rotating that spine just a little bit. So I'll show you in this position, hands and knees. I'm going to take my arm furthest away from you and I'm going to thread it underneath until my shoulder drops all the way down to the floor. And then from here, I'm just going to push my bum back and stay here and relax. Reach the other arm out above the head. Some of you will feel this in the shoulder. Some of you might find it's twisting through your core area. Some of you will just find it a nice easy stretch. And relax and come back up. And we'll switch. So we're going to spread the opposite arm through, drop it down all the way to the floor, sit back, and then reach that opposite arm out. Come on out nice and controlled. Staying on your hands and knees, I'm going to give you one more exercise while we're here. I'm going to turn to face so you can see a bit easier. Place one hand on the back of the head, so your elbow is now level with your shoulder. From here, try not to let the hips twist too much, and we're going to rotate that elbow up towards the ceiling. Take the eyes in the same direction, and then slowly come back down to parallel. And we're just really working through the mid-thoracic area, trying to mobilize that middle of the spine. Reach up, and then back down. So we're going to do 5 of these on each side. Nice and controlled. Don't force it. Breathe into the stretch. 2 more. Last one, and then we're going to relax into that child's pose one more time. Come on down, just sit back one more time and relax. A little loosen off in between. And come on back up, hands and knees one more time. This time, opposite arm, same position, hips nice and parallel. Bring the elbow out level with the shoulder. Just rotate all the way up and then back down. Remember to breathe into the stretch. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower back down. There's 2. 3 more to go. Turn the eyes as well. Really open up that spine all the way from the lumbar region to the base of the neck. One more. And then relax. Just sit back. Roll your shoulders. Take the hands nice and wide. Open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit. Keeping them wide, just slowly reach up a touch. Then bring the hands in even more and reach up even more. Slightly leaning back with the arms. Legs down. Now, coming back to our hands and knees, I'm going to step one leg forward so it comes up pretty much level with my hands. Now that may be enough for some of you to push your hips forward, get a nice deep stretch. That's fine. If it is, stay here. Walk that foot just a tiny bit forward until you get a bit of a stretch through here and possibly through the hamstring of the front leg. And just hold. If you still want to increase it a little bit more, tuck that back foot up onto the toe and just lift. So you can see now I'm on the toe of the back foot and I've lifted my hip up as high as I can. Try and keep the shoulders parallel. So not too much twisting. Nice and parallel. And just hold it here. If you want to increase so you get a bit more length, you can take your hand underneath that front foot, place it on the outside of the foot and just ease it forward with your body weight while still pulling backwards with the heel of the back leg. Just to increase that stretch through the groin, the hamstring, the quad area. Then relax, take that back knee down, relax, sit back. What you do is keep this foot out to the front, bring it up onto the heel, lift through the chest, and then just fold forward so you get a nice deep stretch through that hamstring. If you want to try and get a bit more of a stretch through the calf muscle, take hold of the foot and just pull the toes in. And ease it off slightly. Still working that leg. I'm going to take it out to the side. So my foot is going to be flat on the floor like so. Take it out as far as you can. Knee underneath the hip. And from there, with that foot still flat, just push your bum backwards and sit back over the heels. So you get a nice deep stretch through here. If you want to increase, take that foot out just a tiny bit further. Come on down and relax. Now some of you may feel that you're still up here, that's fine. Depends on your flexibility. Just keep working at it, you'll get in a little bit deeper. Some of you will be able to get real low, get your bum right down to the floor. Relax, come on in. Still working with this leg. So this time I'm going to bring it across the body. We're going to go into a pigeon stretch. So this one's not always that comfortable for everyone. You bring the leg across the body and then you slide the other leg nice and straight backwards until you can bring your upper body down over that front leg and just relax. So from the side, it looks a little bit like this. Leg nice and straight out the back. Just fold down. Now we're targeting your piriformis stroke glute area, so you're going to feel the stretch all in here. Yeah? So if you're not feeling the stretch that much, what you can do is bring your foot further up, so it's closer to the shoulders as you drop down, and that will increase the stretch in there. Also, if you're still not feeling it that much, walk your body away from the glute and drop down a little bit further. So there's plenty of progressions. Almost there. Bring the hands up. Slowly get yourself out, however you feel comfortable. Just sit back one more time. Roll your shoulders. I'm going to repeat everything on the opposite side. So bring the opposite leg forward, hands down, bring the foot out as far as you can, get that stretch. Remember, this could be enough for you, so that's fine. If you want to increase it a little bit more, come up. So you lift that hip up nice and high. So if you look at me from the side, there's no dipping down like this. You're going to lift up, straighten the leg out as much as you can, and get a nice deep stretch all through this groin, hamstring, quad kind of area. Hold it here. Just push the knee forward, push the other heel backwards, really lengthen as much as you can through there. And again, if you want to increase, take the arm underneath and just push it forward a tiny bit more. Drop that back knee down to the floor, shift your body weight backwards, front leg comes up onto the heel, toes pointed up towards you, and then just bring yourself down as far as you feel comfortable. Some of you will be able to get quite far down, and again, if you want to increase the stretch through that calf muscle, you can pull a little bit on those toes. So it really pulls the toes towards the chest, and you'll feel it really sharpen up through that calf muscle. Ease out of the stretch, take that foot nice and wide. Remember, foot stays flat. Just walk it out as far as you feel comfortable, and then push the bum back over the heel and drop down into that stretch. Relax everything as much as you can. So what you might do is when you're stretching and it feels quite tense, you tense up through the quad, so just try and relax the leg as much as possible. Knee stays relaxed, drop it down. And then bring it in. And just like we did on the other side, slowly bring that foot across the body. Slide the opposite leg backwards until your hips are nice and parallel, and you can drop your chest down a little bit over that front leg. Yourself out, take both legs backwards, come on all the way down, place your thumbs just outside your shoulders, elbows in nice and tight, and then push up as far as you can, keeping the hips down. Lift the eyes up towards the ceiling, get a nice deep stretch through that abdominal area. Slowly bring it down. From here, one arm across, just to rest your head, and then the leg comes in, so the heel comes into the bum, grab hold of the foot, and just pull it down. So we get a nice deep stretch into that quad. Push your hip down into the floor, keep the knee down on the floor also. And then relax it down and switch. Opposite arm comes round, bring the opposite foot into the bum, and drop it down. So you pull that heel in towards the bum, push the hip down into the floor and the knee down into the floor at the same time. And relax. One more time, sit back over the heels. Got one more stretch to do. So this time, we're gonna just sprint our legs round, sit onto our bums, bring our legs out in front, straighten the legs out, take them wide. So you get a nice wide stretch. This is your start position. From here, we've got a couple of options. Option number one, place one hand down, other hand in the air, and you just reach like so. If you want to increase, take this elbow all the way down to the floor and reach. If you want to get a bit more rotation, you can drop the elbow down on the inside of the leg and then take the opposite arm over to try and reach towards the toe. Just try and grab that foot if you can. Slowly coming out of the stretch, and we switch, same thing, hand down and reach, take it down to the elbow if you want to increase, or drop the elbow inside and really try and reach down to that toe. Bring your feet together, bring them in close to the bum, lift up through the chest. Now just peel your foot open as if you're reading a book. Drop your knees down towards the floor. Lift up through the chest. And then get yourself seated any way that's comfortable. Legs crossed, legs out in front, it's your choice. Take one hand behind, bring the opposite hand over to the opposite knee, and just twist that body round. Look all the way round if you can. And then relax and we'll switch. So again, place one hand behind you, opposite hand across, lift and pull round. Center. Just turn your palms upwards, rest the arms on top of the knees, close your eyes and take nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, and just stay here until you feel relaxed enough to finish.